Wilson. He's supposed to be the future Hall of Famer starter this season, but he's been hurt. As a result, Justin Fields has started the last 2 games. Justin Fields 10-28 going into this season, but the Steelers are 2-0. They host the Chargers on Sunday. I'm going to try to make a case and see if I can convince these individuals.
No, you don't have to make no case. Come on, man.
Don't. And see if y'all agree with me.
He got to make a case for me.
Yeah, you ain't got to me. Don't worry about me.
I get this. Mike Tomlin makes the playoffs every year he starts 2-0. The Steelers under Justin Fields are currently starting 2-0. If you start 3-0, there's a 72% chance that you make the playoffs. But Mike Tomlin has a 100% chance of making the playoffs if you start 2-0. That means, or I could suggest, that Justin Fields, were he to play out the remainder of the season, would lead the Steelers to the playoffs. Understand, we all collectively agreed that Russell Wilson wasn't going to win a Super Bowl with the Steelers, but he was going to get the Steelers to the playoffs. But what I'm telling you is after 2 games, I can guarantee you, based upon Mike Tomlin data, that the Steelers are going to the playoffs with Justin Fields in the toughest division in football. What that means to me, Shady, is that if the Steelers do indeed start 3-0, even better than 2-0, where there is already a guarantee that you make the playoffs, Justin Fields should have the starting job moving forward. Do you agree Justin Fields locks up the starting job with the win on Sunday?
I'm going to say yes, right? And also surprising to hear that.
Oh, well, let's go.
But the reason why is because not that he's done anything, to lock this deal up as far as playing the quarterback position. A lot of it is just the team wins, right? The defense is playing well like they always do. Offense is average at best, right? And he's still making some plays, have 1 touchdown and a whole bunch of field goals in 2 games. But the thing is, you're about to play a 2-0 Chargers team, right, who's in the AFC. And if he can go on there and win this game 3-0 because he's the quarterback, and I think a quarterback stat is winning, that does matter, you got to give him the green light to be their starter because now the Steelers are 3-0. Think about that for a second, though. The Steelers are 3-0 moving forward. 3-0, they go to 4-0. It's hard for me to tell this guy, even though he's not playing super well, even though he's not the reason why you guys are winning these games, to put him on the bench, I can't do that. I can't do that. And you playing the 2-0 Chargers at that.
Y'all know how I feel about Justin Fields. I've been fighting with my dog, Shady, for years, previous show.
People don't know how you feel about it.
I love Justin Fields, right? I felt like the Chicago Bears never should have traded Justin Fields. I was on that side of it, right? Keep Justin Fields, build around him. That's how much I like Justin Fields. But in this situation, my answer is still no, 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 right? And the main reason it's no, 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 no is because if you commit to him, after this week, say you win, you go 3-0, and Coach Tomlin comes out and he says, Justin Fields is the starter. You can't go to Russ. So you basically saying Justin Fields is a starter whether he plays good or bad. Whether he wins or loses, he's the starter. At this point of the season being 2-0, I don't think you can say that yet. It is still a week-to-week thing for me with Justin Fields. He has to play well. And if playing well is throwing the ball for 117 yards and not turning the ball over and they winning, cool. But he has to play well. He cannot go out there and turn the football over and not play well. And we still sitting here, if Russ is healthy, saying he's the starter. I don't think Tomlin can do that.
I want to ask you this, though. So let's say he's playing the way he's playing now, right? 117 yards, runs for a couple first downs, about 30, 40 yards rushing, whatever. No turnovers, right, because they didn't turn the ball over yet. And they're winning by the defense, but he's the quarterback and et cetera. And they beat a 2-0 Chargers team in the AFC. Now they're 3-0. Then they go win another one, 4-0.
I think what you're asking is how many? How many wins?
No, because I'm saying, because I feel the same way you do feel. But I'm big on, because Andy Reid's always like, I never want to disrupt the locker room. I never want to disrupt the vibe of the team. So even though Russ, I think, is a lot better than Justin Fields, but the team is winning with him.
And as a head coach with Coach Tomlin, which I think handled this situation great, I think you stand up at that podium and you say, listen, Justin Fields is the quarterback for week 5. He will be the starter. That's it, right? Because I want you to continue to keep playing well. I don't want to say you the starter for the rest of the season and you go out there and you got 3 picks, we losing games, and then I just said you was a starter and now I'm going back to Russ. No, hey, he's 4-0, he's playing well, he's the starter for week 5.
If he plays bad,
so how many times, though, what's your point? How much is too much? Meaning, when will you be okay with Mike Tomlin standing up at that podium and saying, hey, Justin, you are the starter for the rest of your year.
I think it has to be some Justin Fields games to where he's really, really helping
even
this
if they
team
lose,
win games.
even if they lose.
So I'm not even saying if they lose, you go. Like if Justin Fields goes out there and he plays solid and they lose, I'm not saying go to Russ. I'm saying if he goes out there and you're like, dang, we lost because of you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And because we have seen that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or man, hey, we didn't win because of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't just, to me, you can't say he's clearly the starter for the whole year. I need to see him continue to keep playing well.
I agree with you, Acho. Like to me, Justin has won the job. He's the best for the team right now. And I think they're going to get to 3-0 because let's just remember, we haven't really said it on the show, Justin Herbert did not practice with an ankle injury on Wednesday. So they're at home. Mike Tomlin rarely loses at home. They got that defense. The biggest thing about Justin Fields, though, Shady said it, everyone's up there. He's 0 turnovers. He has not turned the football over. He has not turned the football over at all. He's playing winning football. And if you look at that offensive line, it's bad. It is not great. The center's good. You put Russell Wilson back there, I don't know if he can get out some of these sacks and these third down conversions like Justin is doing. So I just think Fields in that locker room, that was my point, the whole thing, was you got to imagine Justin Fields is winning some people over in that locker room by the way he's playing, and because he's not turning the ball over. It's not like he's like Superman out there. And the way that defense is playing, they're rolling right now. You don't want to disrupt that. And if I'm Mike Tomlin, I don't want to fracture the locker room because surely there's people that want Justin. Surely there's people that want Russell. So how do you navigate that as a head coach? I think he's done a really good job at it, but that's something to keep in mind.
So just to be clear, you two are saying he wins this game, he's the starter for the whole year. That's what you're saying?
Yes, but there's
think you come
nuance.
out and say
The
it.
nuance is he's allowed one bad game if he wins this game.
I don't
so
even think that.
If they go to 3-0 and he has a 2-interception game, I'm not benching him for week 5.
Yeah.
He's starting again week 5. Now, if he in week 5 has another 2-interception game and they lose, now he's.
And
to me, you get
gotta
equity.
think about it.
Can I answer this, though?
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I hear what y'all saying, and I'm agreeing on the win totals, right? It's hard to go to the next quarterback if we 4-0. All I'm saying is if they play a team that can score that can score 14 points, because they're giving up, 7, and they gave up another 10? That's it. So let's say the defense slips up a little bit, and they give a team 14 points, 17 points, I don't know. Then what? Because he's not doing enough to keep the job. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it's a tricky conversation because
It is.
Russ is losing the job through injury and to great defense and no mistakes from Justin Fields.
Yeah.
But he ain't like wilding you. So
Yeah.
I guess when you talk about like the locker room parts, like I don't know if he would win me over because like what you doing to win me over? You
That's a
just
good
just hand the ball off and scrambling a little bit.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Well, it's going to get even crazier when we return. Deebo Samuel, he said something that will make you go away through that game at the end of the game. Well, it's not going to get any easier. Philly's facing the best offense in football right now, the New Orleans Saints. For context, y'all, the Saints scored touchdown against the Dallas Cowboys on 6 straight possessions. Shady McCoy is in his Rocky mode. He locked in.
He
Our dog
ready.
Shady already
You
knows
know
what
it's
type of
game
time
day,
it is.
Nacho.
You already know what type of time it is. Now, it is game day. That is why we are in our game day outfits. Jets, Patriots, that's later today. Right now, we're talking about the Eagles. Shady, is it already a must-win game for the Eagles?
You know what it is. You see how I have a hoodie on? When you see the hoodie like this and all black, you should be worried.
time?
Yo, we mad right now. I've been talking to all my boys, you know my Shady McCoy sources.
Yes, sir. Shady sources.
And
Shady
sources.
We want to prove a point because they want to crown the Saints. Ain't that what they doing right now? You know, Chase, James, Lil Acho, they the best team, the best off. Cool.
I said that.
Bring the challenge on. Because one thing about Philadelphia Eagles, though, I think best when we get pushed in the corner, we come out fighting, though, right? And I think that even that last loss, that was a bad loss, right? We put that on ourselves. All our captains, from even Saquon to Jalen Hurts, they talked about, yo, that was on us. That ain't nothing to do with the coaches. I think we go down to New Orleans on the road, and we gonna make it, and we'll have a message, right? I do think that we are a better team.
It's a must win.
Yes. Do what it sound like. It's like we trying to win, James. It's like we trying to be, it's a must win. And then once we win, I want to see all of y'all, but I want all of y'all to know that the Eagles are for real. The same team you thought we were before the season started, we are that same team. And the same team the Saints was before they got busy, these 2 games. They are who they are. Yeah.
Is that real confidence or false confidence?
Hey, man. Hey, man, I put my take where my check's at.
You know what it is?
Okay.
All right, be
You know what
humble.
it is?
I done lost too much money.
Yeah, stay here, be humble.
Hey, I got Packers.
Hey, Nick Sirianni, hold it down, baby.
Hey, James Jones, where you stand on it, big dog? Is it already a must-win game for the Eagles, man?
Man. No, it's not a must-win game for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I know my dog is amped up over there.
I'm ready.
And To be honest with you, I kind of feel like my shady sources, I kind of feel like that's how the locker room is over there. I feel like it's a lot of false confidence coming out of that Philadelphia Eagles locker room over there. Because the last 10 outings, you 2-9, 2-7. That ain't pretty good. But it's a new season. We ain't gonna worry about the past. All right. If you hand the football off, you 2-0. So let's just start there. So if you hand the football off, you 2-0. I believe the Philadelphia Eagles are still a good football team. And then I just went back and I'm like, who did we think would come out of the NFC this year? Like, who was the top teams, like, gonna make the playoffs? I know we wasn't saying the Bucks.
Nope.
I know we wasn't saying the Vikings.
Nope.
Oh.
Saints?
I know we wasn't saying the Saints. You know who we were saying? We were saying the 49ers.
Yeah.
What are they?
1-1.
What are the Eagles?
1-1.
We were saying the Eagles was gonna come. We were saying the Lions.
1-1.
1-1. We were saying the Packers.
1-1.
We were saying the Cowboys.
1-1.
So